Welcome back. This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I got a lot of feedback on this Tecsun AN-200 loop antenna. A lot of suggestions, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do one more video and try to include all those suggestions. So, one of the main contributors to poor reception, of course, is using my office, which has all kinds of RF noise. I got several computers in there, I got monitors, I got my router in there, I got my cable box, just all kinds of RF noise, which of course really affects medium wave, and to some degrees. By the way, the temperature has finally cooled down here in Florida. To some degree, it affects shortwave, not so much FM. So, I'm down in my workshop, which all I have right now is some lights on and no computers, no monitors or anything like that. So, it should be a better RF environment. Now, I did try going to a public park, but I had to go there in the daytime, otherwise I'd probably get mugged. Unfortunately, that's the way it is in the city I live. And so I couldn't go there at night. And another suggestion was I should try reception at night. So it's about 6 o'clock in the morning here in Florida. And so we've added that environment to improve conditions. I did spend about an hour trying to find this little medium wave antenna that plugs in the top of this radio. What took me so long is I have a whole bunch of boxes for my small radios, just the empty boxes, I thought, under my desk. And so I thought, well, that box should be under my desk. And Tecsun radios, now this is a rebanded by CountyCom, Tecsun radios come in a real colorful box, and it has a nice picture of the radio. So that's what I was looking for. Well, I didn't find it, so I went through all the boxes again, this time opening every box, because I didn't open all the boxes because I thought, it's going to be with a box with its picture on it. Well, it turns out CountyCom repackages their version of the Tecsun PL360, which is what this is, in a plain brown box. No writing at all. So I probably picked up that box a half a dozen times and didn't know what it was. So I found this, so we can try that this morning. Another suggestion was that I should be pointing this antenna in the direction of the station. And I had been pointing it, because I thought that's where I was getting better results. I had been pointing it perpendicular. I live in Florida on the West Coast, so all the stations are that direction from me, which is east. So when I was doing my other testing, I had it pointed like this, perpendicular. So the suggestion was, no, you need to point it in the same direction. So we're going to try that today. And I think that's about it. There may have been some other suggestions, but I've forgotten them. Oh, what do you expect from an old man? I'm going to have to get a cup of coffee. Hold on a second. Sorry, I have a sinus infection, and boy, in the morning my sinuses drain and I can't talk, and well, whatever. So much for medical problems. And so I've got my listing of stations, and we're going to try it out this morning. So we're going to turn the radio on, and we're going to put it in AM mode, or medium wave. Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. I hope I didn't wake the neighbors. Oh, my gosh. This thing's got plenty of volume. I don't know why it was so high. So anyway, let me turn it down here for a second. And I'm a little concerned about my lights in here. Of course, I have to have the lights, otherwise I'll be working in the dark, which I normally appear to be doing. But I have to have the lights on. But maybe I can turn them off temporarily just to see if it improves the reception. Because I do have, and they're fluorescent lights also. So, whatever. So, I was trying a station That was, wait, yeah. Well, one of them I was trying was 40 miles away. I don't even remember the frequency. That's not important. And we're going to try right at the bottom of the band, 540 kilohertz, which is 80 miles, 78 miles from me. So we're going to try that. So we'll go to 540. Oop, went right past it. Now we'll turn the volume up. Don't hear anything. We'll come over here. And now we have to tune this guy. Almost this is right here. Okay, that's about it. You can kind of hear something. Real weak. Now let me try my direction. I thought it should be. No, still not very good. Okay. Let's turn that volume back down. Now the one thing that I noticed is that, and most of you probably already know, is that medium wave stations reduce their power at night. So it's kind of a catch-22. You get they're using less power at night, but the conditions are better to receive stations than in the daytime where they're putting out more power, but there's more interference. It's catch-22. So while we're here, let's try this guy right here. We'll plug him in. And I hear something. It's real weak, but I hear something. Let's rotate the antenna more scientifically. Pretty weak. About there. And this station is in Pine Hills, which is kind of east of me. Seems to be best right there. There it is. Now let's unplug this guy. It's a lot more noisy. We'll bring it over here. We'll rotate this antenna and the radio. Seems to be best about there. Not great, but I can understand it. Okay. That was supposedly 78, 80 miles. But of course, another variable is how much power the station is using. You know, how many kilowatts they're putting out. So that's going to vary from station to station. Okay, let's try another station. I think I tried the Orlando station, which is on 580. Let's try that, 580. Oops. Oop, went right past it. 580. Okay, see if we got anything. Yeah, something. Maybe interference. Retune this. Seems to be right in there. Whoa. Okay, I'm I'm getting garbled, so I think that's a bleed over from a strong station. 620 and 570 kilohertz are strong, so it's probably the one at 570. Let's try that real quick. Yeah, 570 was bleeding over, so that's what I was hearing. So let's get away from that. Let's go to, I think I tried one before that was around 900 kilohertz. 910. Let's try 910. That's not too far away. There we go, 910. Whoop, went right past it. Yep, there's 910. Let's retune this. I set this down. Turn the volume up. I don't know if you're hearing it too good on my camera. There it is. There it is. Okay, now we got a station we can halfway hear. That one I think is pretty close, relatively. Yeah, that's the one that was 40 miles. So let's try the antenna orientation change. Again, the station is in that direction. So that indicates that the person that suggests, or persons that suggested the antenna should be pointed in the direction of the station, it appears to be the case, and I've been doing it the other way with it perpendicular. Okay, and I think that's true of a different kind of an antenna, not this one. Okay, so that's working pretty good. Let me turn the volume up so you can hear it, and I'll rotate the radio. Okay, now it appears to like to be parallel to the loop antenna. Let me put it up inside. Oh, much better.
I have a psychological need to fight evil. I admit it. When people hurt other people deliberately, when they torture and rape systematically, I get very, very angry, and I want to hurt those people.
I think the rear. Oh boy, let me get another piece of coffee. Gosh, drink a coffee. Okay. Now where was I? I think the word was appear that I was trying to get out. Jeez. It appears that somebody had a suggestion to put the radio inside the loop. I think what's really needed is to get the radio as close to the loop as possible. And consequently, if you put it inside the loop, that would be best. But for this radio and probably a lot of other radios, it's not going to fit inside there. So let's just try. See if it makes any difference about orientation of the radio. Okay, there's as close as I can get it. Now I'm going to lift it up. Yep. Sure enough, the reception is much better, and I think that, as I recall, you hush, gosh, as I recall, the built-in antenna is right here. I don't know if you were seeing this on my camera or not. It's about right here, or maybe right there. I think it's about right here, and I think it goes in this orientation. So I assume that would mean you'd want to get this built-in antenna as close to this loop as possible, and that's probably why when I lifted it up, it got it closer, and therefore the reception was better. So let's try moving the loop away here and turn the volume back up. It's not too bad. Let's try this guy. There's so many variables here, I can't keep track of them all. You know, it's a variable of the position of the radio, the position of the antenna. So right now, let me turn this down. Now it appears this particular antenna wants to be perpendicular to the station. Now maybe that's because it's now parallel with the built-in antenna. Lots of variables, lots of variables. So let's try one more station maybe, and let's try up at the upper end of the band. Again, that one was only 40 miles, so I should be getting that pretty good anyway. Now there was one I think in Orlando. Of course I have to find a station that there's not another station on the same frequency. Like for instance 1330, there's 3 stations, and you know, some are closer, some are further away, so the ones that are further away it probably can't get. So I'm looking for, I think it was up the top end of the band, and I think it was in Orlando, which is about 100 miles from me. And of course I don't see it. I didn't have a pen with me when I went to the park and used this listing, so I didn't mark the ones I used. It's funny I can't find that one. Well, let's just pick another one. There's only one station on a particular frequency. Boy, here's one. Here's a frequency 1530, where there's one in Inglewood, which is 76 miles, and there's one in Jacksonville, which is 176 miles. And one's a talk radio and one's a ethnic radio. I'm not sure what that is. Let's just try that. What the heck? 1530. 1530. Crank, 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 crank. 1530. Okay. Something there with no external antenna. Okay, let's see if we can improve it. That killed the noise. Turn the volume up some more now. That's coming in pretty good, and it is It does appear to be a religious station. I guess that's what they mean by, I don't know what they mean by ethnic, because they got ethnic and they got religious. But anyway, the ethnic one is in Jacksonville, which is 176 miles. Now I gotta watch the music. I want to play music. Wait till that stops. And I'll have a cup of coffee again while we're waiting. Seems to be best about there. We rotate the antenna. Seems to be best there. Of course, I don't know the effect of having my fingers on the antenna when I'm rotating and trying to find the strongest signal. But now, what did I say that was? Hello. What's 5:30, 15:30? Probably Jacksonville, which Jacksonville is in that direction that it's pointing. Okay, let's do one more test with the loop antenna. We'll bring that over here. Set the radio next to it. We'll retune it. There it is. Now we'll rotate the antenna. Yeah, that's about strongest. Rotate the radio. Okay, it's fading in and out, but that's the strongest. Again, it's pointing in the same direction this antenna did, which is that direction, which is where the direction of Jackson. So anyway, I don't know if we concluded any more than we had concluded before. The one thing, now I'm going to do one last thing, which you won't be able to see. So I turn the lights off, or some of the lights off. Put this back. Touch it up. Then I'm going to turn the lights off. Some. No effect. You could hear them when they came on, the fluorescent lights, but then the noise went away. So, hopefully, turn this down. Hopefully I've tried everything that everybody suggested. I agree that medium wave reception, even shortwave reception, you have to get away from all the stray RF that's in your house. The way I normally do it is on my Grundig 750, I bring in my outside antenna through a heavy shielded cable, and that helps prevent the RF noise from the room getting into the antenna. Another thing is reception on medium wave and short wave is typically better at night. I say typically because conditions can change. And of course, we're having a lot of space noise interference this weekend, as I pointed out in a previous video, and I don't know how much that affects medium wave. So I could be having that problem. So you can see there's a ton of variables, and as they say in some of the commercials, your results may vary. So that's absolutely true. I did not try using the cable to connect to the antenna. I'll just try that one time and then that'll wrap it up. Let me untangle the cable quickly. Yeah, when you get old, you don't do anything quickly. Too dangerous. Okay, So we'll plug this in. Whoa, geez, and I have them. This is a mono cable. It's not a stereo cable like the one that came with it. Plug it into this guy, which this is also a mono plug. Turn the volume back up. Now theoretically, I don't have to have the radio next to the loop antenna. We'll retune it. And then we'll rotate it. Right there. So it turns a little bit, but yeah, that could be conditions changing. But it's still in the same general direction of the station. And this is 176 miles away. Okay, so that's the show. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. I promise I won't do any more videos on this loop antenna. Well, no, I won't promise that, because I probably will. If somebody comes up with another good suggestion, I'll do another video. How's that? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.